We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator from that moment forward. Outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support here. And in this volatility, we've seen a full transition on 42 vision. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot at 8:35 a.m. and sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 80% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator in the second half of the day after bouncing from 594.50 area back up, and a bull indicator popping up at 596.20. Now there's been some volatility back and forth today, but a huge dominance with a bear indicator yesterday lasting all day from the 599 level, after slightly getting above 600 in the pre-market hours. But now we've seen a full transition from bright green to white with red borders on 42 vision. This tends to be an area of weakness and tends to be an area of support and reversals, and that's what we're seeing here so far, right? So we have a reversal so far. Could it continue? Followed by a bull indicator, and we're going to pull up the inflow versus outflow in just a moment to take a look at. But there's a lot of rejection here near that 598 and 599, the closer it gets to 600 area, right? But huge support back at where things continued strong here, right? They slowed down on the pre-market on Friday around 595, 594, and pushed up to those new all-time highs, came back to it, and could it be a double bottom in the bigger picture, right? Or will it retest it going into tomorrow and break through it, and that support will now turn into a resistance if we pull down below it, right? And reject it even lower. So we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch, but it's not the only stock fighting to hold support. You have the QQQ here with no bull indicator just yet, under a bear indicator since 5:15. It has not been canceled on the 30-minute. definitely something to watch if a bull indicator pops up and starts that staircase effect going into tomorrow. That's something to watch here. Then you also have Tesla here under a bear indicator dominating all day since up here at 356. Some of the highest levels that we've seen since the run up in the last several days and weeks. And then you have Apple here hitting a bottom, right, of extreme weakness, right, from bright green bars to multiple white referred borders yesterday. Bull indicator popped up at 223. Then it found support multiple times close to that level or slightly above it at the 223.50 area. And here it is holding up. And the question is, will it go ahead and retest resistance levels and hold that bull indicator true here? Because no bear indicator has popped up just yet. So we have multiple stocks here under bull indicators and also holding supports. The only one falling sharply is Tesla. And then we have here the SPY and QQQ trying to hold up as well. Now, on the 1 hour, we can go ahead and pull up here. On the SPY, a bear indicator popped up since yesterday at 599. And now you could see here the resistance that has formed here from yesterday to today. And it's been below it all day. And it's going to be crucial on any way back up if it could go ahead and cross right through it to go ahead and reach the recent all-time highs in the pre-market yesterday of 697. Really close to $601. Now, another thing as well is when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see a bull indicator here. Lots of chop throughout the day in the first half, but full transition down, full transition back up to dark green. And the last piece missing is bright green bars. If this pushes back up, it would have to break through resistance and hit those levels to go ahead and continue to justify this bull indicator, followed with inflows as well. So I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the SP500 index, with outflows dominating the first half of the day and dominating the rest of it from that moment forward. Now, you could see how those inflows tried to push upwards on that first opening, and it did bounce up from 598 to 599, and quickly things started to sharply drop once those outflows crossed over from up here at 598 down towards 594. It flattened out, and on this pushback up and everything that's going on here so far in this volatility, it's going to be crucial for inflows not just to turn green, but to cross the midpoint to justify any further strength to the upside. And that's why if we zoom in here and look at this, even from the 5-minute in the after hours, we're going to see here in the volatility how sharply this is dropping, right, from 596.80 down to 596.30 in the last several minutes, because these inflows have not crossed. They need to cross over to bring this back up and justify any move to the upside. So the outflows are below on multiple time frames, and even when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, same thing. Outflows dominating all day. Through the chop, outflows have been below at negative 1.88. Now, on the 15-minute, it tried coming back up, quickly came back down, and here we are below the midpoint. And if it continues lower, it could continue to reflect that weakness into these charts. And the first support I'll be watching is 595 to 594.50. If the weakness rolls over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, the next support I'll be watching is 593 to 592. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to turn red, from red to green, and go ahead and push through the midpoint and continue the staircase effect. And the first resistance is 598.50 to 600. And if both of those get broken through, then comes 601 to 603. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, as outflows are dominating on multiple time frames, and they need to get back up to justify any retest of key resistance levels and any push back up. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.